You're learning from the wrong people. As we go through life, every single day, you learn something new. And you're going to expedite this process by reading books, by watching YouTube videos like you are right now, by listening to podcasts, by reading blogs, etc., from the internet. You will expedite this process. And what you're going to realize is that the more you learn, the more you earn. That's one thing. But to the title of this video is that you will develop an ability to think like the people you want to be. Meaning, if you listen to people who you want to be like, you're going to be like that. If you can listen to people who you do want to be like, who you actually want to be as your role model, your role models in life, you're going to take those same characteristics as that person has and put them into your life. And that's exactly what I've done. And this is the exact thing that the internet does. This is exactly what the internet does. The internet allows you to have access to individuals who live lives that you want to live and learn from them, from their experiences and their books, from their YouTube videos, etc. And that's the exact thing that the internet has done, what social media has done in general as a whole. So this is very, very good, and it's also very, very bad, because what this also means is that you're comparing yourself to a ton of people. You compare yourself to billions of people in the world, obviously, because we're all here, and it can be good and it also can be bad. And this is why it's important to stay grateful in your life of where you are, where you're going. Always stay grateful for where you are, and then keep pushing for more. Because there's always going to be somebody who is more jacked than you, who makes more money than you, and who has the relationship that you want, that has everything that you want. There's going to be someone who has more than you do. And that's the reality of the world. Unless, of course, you were built up to this from the dawn of human time. And that's why it's so important that you are learning from the right people. Because if you do learn from the right people, then you will develop this sort of, ambition. It depends who you're learning from. This is the exact point I'm saying. If you're learning from the right people, then you're going to be successful. Obviously, if those right people are teaching you the correct things. We have a problem where people as a whole are learning from the wrong people. I would say, because everyone is influenced, meaning you're always going to learn from someone. You're always going to be influenced by someone. So if you're learning from the wrong people, your life isn't going to be where you want it to be. That's why it's important to learn from the right people. This is why I talk about reading books about your role models, watching documentaries about your role models, listening to podcasts about your role models. This is so important. If you want to live like the person you want to be, you always want to be constantly consuming them, so that way you can actually be that person. You can develop their characteristics, and you can sort of know what their tendencies are as a person, what they're doing every day. How do they work out? What do they read? How do they talk? How do they stand? How do they walk? How do they sit? How do they do anything? And that comes from reading their books, from listening to their podcasts, from etc. The list could go on. That's why it's so important every day. Instead of listening to music, because a lot of people just love music, instead of listening to music, listen to someone who you want to be like. Then you will learn from the right people. If you learn from the wrong people, then your life isn't going to be where you want it to be, obviously, because you're learning and you're listening to someone you don't want to be like. There's so many examples of this in day-to-day life, because everyone will give you advice. Literally everyone will give you advice. It's very, very important that you take the advice, or take what they're basically trying to tell you or sell you, for a sense, and know, is this good information or is this bad information? Do I want to be like this person? Do I not want to be like this person? Does this person have the body I want? Yes or no? Does this person make the type of money I want? Yes or no? Does this person have the type of relationship I want? Man and woman with their wife or husband, do they have that type of relationship that I want? Yes or no? And this is why it's very, very important that, like, If someone makes a lot of money, but they're not jacked, I will not listen to anything they say about being jacked. I will only listen to what they say about making money. Because obviously they know nothing about being jacked if I can look at them and they're skinny or whatever. And you need to do this with your life. Like it's like people don't think like this. People like know who has the authority. You have to know who has the authority. If you know who has the authority, you go to them. Everyone else is just sort of, their information isn't going to be as valid as the person who has the authority. Know this with everything in your life, because everything you do is a habit, and it's extremely important that you listen to the right people. Learn from the right people. Do not learn from the wrong people. That is the video I have for you today. If you like this video, like the video, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next one.